the geezer's back, and I'm all right. Lost a little bit of weight, but it's still coming off. But let's get back to this job I said I was going to finish off with. There's the engine, okay? So we're going to do a simple job this time. We're going to do a couple of bushes that's going to go on there. And behind me, I have my own brand new printer. It's the Creality K1. Got myself a little space pine, which dries the filament as I go in. So no more hassles. I'm not sponsored by anybody. This is my one. I paid for this out of my money. So Creality, if you want to help me out here, give us a hand. Yeah, as they say. What I really want is one of those big boys, the K1 Maxes, or the one with the multiple things there. But shh, say no more. Right. So I'm going to go back to the project that we started off before I fell ill. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to design. I'm going to have to hold these a little bit different there. And I've got a new watch as well. What I'm going to do here is show you how to make these two bushes, which fit. One's in here and one's behind there. So I'll just give you just a quick look. You'll see in the video where they actually fit in great detail. I put two parts of translucent so you actually see it, and actually how to modify the parts as we go there. Now I'm going to shut my mouth. I need to give this throat a rest. Watch the video and I'll catch you back here at the end. So what we're going to do first is to start a new model. So just go up here, hit the new, and then make sure part is highlighted, and then OK that. Easy money. With this bush, I'm going to use this to align the cylinder bracket to each other on the base. You will see that on the assembly. Right. So first things first is that we now need to create a new sketch. So watch the birdies. Here's the mouse. Boom. Sketch. And might as well just do it on the front plane that you see here. And the first thing I want to do is put a line in, which is a construction line. So look at this, center line. So just line up there. As soon as you see the snap point, just come off it. One click. All right. Watch for the yellow highlighted bits underneath the end of the pencil. That makes that horizontal. That's all I need there. And because the bush is the shape of a T, I'm only going to draw half of it. So the first thing is got a line. I'm just going to draw a line up like so. There's the T part. I don't care about the dimensions. All I've done was just join that up as you see there, and click that off. I'm going to put some dimensions on there. So the longer one needs to be 31 mil. So straight up to here is a smart dimension. From this line here to this line here, we want 31 millimeters. That's a keeper. And then I want this line. I want this line here to be 3 millimeters. Right, so just going to put that dimension on the outside because it doesn't fit in here. Drawing etiquette needs you to push it on the outside, but this one fits in there. We're not going to have it offset. We're going to bang that in the middle of the line best we can by eye. Right, so the diameter of the narrow bit is 9.8, so half 9.8 is going to be 4.9. So this diameter, this dimension, is going to be 4.9. Okay, and the head diameter from there to the center is 15. Half of 15 is going to be 7.5, as you see there, and that's what we have. Now the bore, which is the 6mm bore, is the bit that's going to go through here. So I'm going to just plumb another line in. Make sure I'm just going to zoom in a bit more so you can see what I'm doing. Don't snap onto here, just anywhere on the outside. Make sure it's parallel, like so. Hit escape there, and we're going to produce the bore size. So because we only drew in half, there we go there, and I'm going to go 3.05. Okay, 3.05, and now I've got these little tails here and these little tails here I want to get rid of. So as you see, trim entities up there. Power trim, make sure power trim's on. I'm going to give that a click, get rid of that one, get rid of that one, and that one. And you see it's got the contour, as you see, like that. Next we're going to do, click the tick there, features, I'm going to revolve, and lucky enough it's already chosen the center line that's there. Now if it didn't have the center line, it'll come up like that. All you got to do is make sure you click on the axis of rotation, click on the center line as you see there, boom, headshot, easy as that. Give it a tick, so, and then tick off the drawing, and that's what we have. That's a small bush. I'm going to rotate that, easy. Now we're not going to leave it like that. What I'm going to do here is that I'm going to put a chamfer from the top face, and as you come up to here, see where the fillet line is, there's a small arrow underneath there. Click on that, chamfer, comes up with a size, is at 10 mil at the moment. I'm going to change that to 1, and then have this at 45 degrees. And then we're going to select this corner. Now just be careful, if you click the surface, it does the inside there and the outside there. We don't want that. So if you click on the face and hit delete, gets rid of that. If you click on the edge here, it would only chamfer the edge. Now that's at 1 millimeter chamfer. I'm going to leave that there. Click the tick, boom, there you are. Nice and easy. Now we don't want to leave it like that. I now need a leading edge. So this is going to be inserted into the through the cylinder bracket and into the base as well. So to help you line it up a little bit better, sometimes, you know, when you're 3D printing, has a little bit of a cuspy bit there, a little bit of fluff. So if you reduce that by putting the leading edge, again we use the command for chamfer. So click on the arrow underneath the fillet command up there. Click on the chamfer. There we are. This time we want to have a 2 mil leading edge at 15 degrees, like so, and we want to click on that surface there. Now that's the wrong way around. I need it the other way around. So come back to the left hand side of the screen, flip direction. There's my leading edge. Click the tick, and away we go. So that is a simple job to do. There's the leading edge, so it's going to go through the cylinder bracket and into the base. I'm just going to open that now, the assembly. So up here to the open, Solidworks model, as long as I find the bloody thing now, air engine, there we are, twin engine and upscale twin model. This is the one I want, and we're looking for the assembly. So one of these is assembly, cylinder bracket, full assembly V1. That's the one I want. Hopefully this is the keeper. Let it rebuild itself as it has done. One more second. Now I'm working off a laptop, so it is a little bit slower than the excuse me, than a normal PC. So the artifact I'm talking about is the one we're going to go through here. A simple thing there. So I'm going to right click this one and put the translucent on, which is that one there. Change transparency. Click on this one and do the same again. Change transparency. I'm just going to twist it round, and you can see that this particular one, so this is version 1, only goes through this bracket here. You can clearly see that if you didn't have that extended into here, what would happen is that this will just won't line up, and just the whole bracket will drop up and down. So we want to give a sort of positive location there. So all I'm going to do now is right click that one and open the model, or open a part as I say. Here it is. That's the other one. So it's short. All I'm going to do now is extend this and see which one it is. So when you overlap one of these, that's the one there. Look at the extrusion. It says it's 14 mil. I need that to be 31 minus 3, 28 mil. So I'm just going to double click that and make that 28. There we are. Give it a tick. Click the tick. The leading edge is still at the end. Save it. Want to close this. We're going to rebuild the assembly, and because there's 2 of them, and you can now see that bush that I designed the first time around goes all the way through. So it locates this outside edge. Turn the transparency off. As you can see here, the bush is that extra length that we designed first time round. And you can see the bush is located in this outside frame, the cylinder bracket, and into the base like this. As I say, it's a positive location for this and that to keep all the alignment, and it will do the same on the other side as well. And then you can see the hexagon shape here was going to have the knot up, which is going to sink into that. Put a cap head screw into there, and you can see that everything is out of the way and unhinders the operation of the cylinders as we've got there. Right, that's a keeper. I'll say no more. And there's just one more bracket we're going to do. We're going to put the transparency on this one, and that's the one we're going to do here, which is a shorter one. They don't take long to do. I'm going to do this in another way. So normally find that when students start on SolidWorks, well, basically when anybody starts on SolidWorks, they don't know about the revolve, let's say, feature. So what we're going to do here is going to show you how you would have normally done it, or let's put it this way. I'm going to show you that this is 9 times out of 10 beginners are using SolidWorks will produce these bushes like so. So here we are, new one. So new model at the top end. It's part. Okay, that. Let's do is 10, and all we're going to do is create a new sketch. Sketch on that one, and I'm going to go on the bottom plane of this. First thing we want to do is do a circle. So there's the first circle. Gosh, that needs a diameter. So that's going to be smart dimension 13.5. Okay, just check that in the bottom right hand corner you are in millimeters, grams and seconds. So what happens there, we're just going to check that one again. There's a sketch, 13.5, that's a beautiful thing. And there needs to be a hole of 6.1 there in the middle. So another circle, snap up the center, there we are. And that's going to be, click off that. Smart dimension, just make sure that's highlighted. So if you see by the arrow, you've got the 2 blue lines and the black arrows in the middle. Click on the feature I want to change. That's going to be 6.1. That's that one there. And I'm going to extrude this at 4.5 millimeters. So features, extrude, 4.5. That's at 10 mil at the moment. So 4.5 there. Bosh, give that a tick. So there's the first one. Just click off, gets rid of all the other ones there. Now we need the neck bit that's going to go into the bracket. So just click on the surface, sketch on that one there. Gives a circle. Click on that, expand. Click on the center again, expand to there. It snaps onto the outside. Smart dimension from the outside one. That's going to be 9.8. 9.8. That allows you to go into a 10 mil hole with ease. Depending on how your printer is working, you might print it undersized or just slightly oversized. Now, if you have got a 10 mil hole, that will probably print undersized, so the 9.8 will give you some sort of tolerance to get that sorted. Now, this one here, I shouldn't have to dimension because it's snapped onto the other side. So all I'm going to do is dimension that, say 6.1, which it is. Sometimes you could over dimension. Give it a tick, go to the features, extrude the base, and that needs to be 18 millimeters. So when it's 4.5 here, make that 18. There we are, give it a tick. And then the same thing again, we're going to put a leading edge on this front here. Chamfer. There it comes up there. 10 mil, that to be at 2, at 15 degrees on this edge here. It is the right way around this time there. Give it a tick. Put a chamfer on this corner here. A chamfer of 1 millimeters at 45 degrees, bottom left hand corner of the screen, and then select that. Now, if you've got partial view, you might want to put the full preview here. Give it another tick, and away we go. Have it. There you are. We've got the small bush, like so, and that one fitted as I showed you. Now to swap from drawing to drawing, if you press Control and then the tab button, it comes up with this. And every time you tab, you see the highlighted or the darkened one move across the screen. So we want the full assembly. Let go and do that, and that's the bush there. Now you can see that this particular bush is not long enough. Okay, you see it's got to go up to this bit here. What you want to do is get rid of any discrepancies, just close the gap. So that fits in there, it allows the screw to go in there, and it'll just pivot on this bush instead of pivoting on the outside. Right, so right click on the item, open it up. That'll do its thing. We want to elongate this cylindrical part here. Just zoom out a bit, this bit here. Looking for it, that's the one we want. So right click up here, edit the feature. It's at 15mm, excuse me, and I probably want 18, so I'm going to add 3 to that. 18 on that one, just like the other one. Give that a tick. That's made it longer. There we are. And make sure we save it. When we close it, it'll ask, do you want to rebuild it? We'll say yes. And when we come back to this, we now start to see the bushes are full width. Now what happened here is that the shaft that goes from here to here was 100mm long. So all I've done is to adjust the drawing so I didn't have to cut the 100mm long, 100mm shaft down. So what we're doing here is ease of manufacture. What you don't want to do is start buying bits and pieces you have to chop to modify to go in. Good designer always makes sure that when you do have your fixtures and fittings, that they do come off the shelf, there should be no modification, because if something else, you strip a thread off a nut or a screw that you're using, you snap a screw because it's got corroded in and you've had to force it out, you just want to buy the same one off the shelf, one out, and put a brand new one in. It's good for designer to use standard parts, and it keeps the cost of the manufacturing of a prototype down, and obviously for manufacturing larger batches as well. Right, so that's where to go. Job is done. And here we got the 3D printing part. Sit back and enjoy. The print was that quick, we just printed off a pair of each type. So I'm going to finish this video pretty quick. I showed the two bushes earlier. You got the short one, which fits in the cylinder bracket there. So when the cylinder fits on here and pivots, we can screw it through there. And the longer one, which fits through here. I said, you know what I said about the positive location? There we are. We've got the hole in the base. That goes in there like so. We just put a couple of screws in there. And then I know that when I've got that piece on and the second half on, when I put the shaft through there, it's going to be in good alignment as well. Without it, you're going to be messing around, you're going to pinch the shaft, it's going to be too stiff. So you want to help yourself. Get it all aligned, help yourself by using bushes that actually, say, help you rotate the stuff, and then push that in like that for location. Nothing more than that. And if you look very carefully, you can see the hexagons there and there. All right, I did say on the video, I think I deleted it, but you're going to smash the nuts in there and then push the grub screw up, put the cap head screws for there. Just enough clearance from the head of the cap head to the head of the bush. Isn't that nice? Right, so as promised, I will be giving this off to a prize draw. I'm going to make 3. One is going to be where I make mistakes. Hopefully, fingers crossed, there's none. And the other 2 will be given for a prize draw at the end. Okay. As I say, I'm not sponsored by anybody. This is off my own back. What we do is, you will need an air compressor to run it, or if you're going to just leave it on the desk, leave it on the desk. But we're going to get this through all the way at the end and go for that using my new printer with dryer, all the new filaments I can get hold of. And we go from there. So I've got a fair few. I've got some hyper PLA, which I'm going to use for these additional strength. And obviously, I'll show you where the bad design comes in and goes on like that. As for now, as always, over and out. I'll see you out and about. Goodbye.